if you are a registered dietitian who accepts insurance, but nobody knows you exist quite yet, then this video is for you. So, for those of you guys who don't know me, I am Amy Plano, the reimbursement dietitian, and I'm here to simplify the reimbursement process for all registered dietitians looking to accept insurance in their practice. One of the biggest myths I see dietitians thinking when it comes to a marketing plan that it has to be super complicated. In fact, I think it's in our DNA as registered dietitians to overthink everything. How do I know? Well, I've been one for 20 years. So, the reality when it comes to marketing, and I don't even actually like to use the word marketing, I like to use the word networking. We do not need to make it complicated, but we do need to get visible. And today I'm going to give you guys three simple things you guys can do immediately. Like, press end on this video and do this shit immediately to get referrals into your insurance-based practice. So, like I said, I help dietitians just like you build, scale empires, big shit in the world of insurance. But the real question becomes, how do I actually get clients once I am credentialed? So let's talk about the three easy peasy spots you guys should be telling people that you accept insurance in. So tip number one, this one is so frequently lost. Tell your friends and family you accept insurance. I know that sounds like a no-brainer, but I cannot tell you how many dietitians do not tell the people in their inner circle. Now, quick clarification. Should you be seeing your cousin as a patient? No. Should you be seeing your best friend as a patient? Probably not. But here's what your friends are really amazing at, right? They are your marketing mouthpieces, right? So they talk to coworkers, neighbors, parents, their friends at the gym, their friends at Pilates. They talk to people at work. And when somebody says, I need help with my cholesterol, I was just diagnosed with PCOS, I was just diagnosed with prediabetes, my doctor told me to see a dietitian. I need help with gut issues. I want to lose weight, but I want to do it the sustainable way, right? You want those people in your life to immediately say, I have a girl, I have a gal, I have a dietitian who accepts my insurance. So most dietitians never, and I get it, it's just kind of not something we think about because we're constantly overcomplicating stuff. Most dietitians never explicitly tell people in their inner circle that they accept insurance. So no one thinks to refer to them. It's not that your friends are bad friends. It's not that your friends don't trust your services. It's probably that we have not told them that you're an amazing insurance-based dietitian and you accept X, Y, and Z. So it can be as simple as sending a text to some of your closest friends and say, hey, quick update. My nutrition practices now accepts insurance. If you know anyone who needs support with insert your specialty, feel free to send them my way, right? That one message alone can generate a shit ton of referrals. So do not sleep on friends and family. Once again, I probably would not see friends and family in your practice, but I would utilize them as the mouthpieces, as the cheerleaders, first and foremost of your services. Number two, this one is more obvious, but I don't think enough dietitians are doing this. Tell your healthcare providers you accept insurance, right? PCPs, OBGYNs, if you have an endo, if you have a GI doc, if you have a therapist, if you have a PT, like a physical therapist, right? If you have a nurse practitioner who you see or service, right? Healthcare providers are constantly seeking you guys out, right? But they can only refer to dietitians they know exist, right? So, especially, I'm going to just lean into this one because I have been like in the conversation surrounding dietitians with my people, my healthcare team for the last 20 years. And they love, love that they already know you as a human being and you accept insurance and you can help their patients, right? Because when services are covered, patients are more likely to follow through. So simple outreach works, right? Short emails, short introductions, clear clarification of who you help, how you help them. I'm not a huge fan of like mailers per se. Meaning like sending like a brochure with all of your shit in it. I am more of a huge fan of having conversations. So when you go in for your annual appointment, when you go in for your physical, you can have those conversations. If you already know the provider, I'm not adverse to you guys sending them a packet, with your information, how their patients can make an appointment, highlighting the fact that you're insurance based, but keep it short, professional, and easy to send, right? Like I said, I want to repeat, I am not a huge fan of you guys mailing shit to doctors you don't know and have no relationship with. And if you can, start with the providers who are currently your providers, your kids' providers, your spouse or significant others, right? Like that's an easier introduction. Like you do not need to start with 100 providers, but you need to start with some providers. And so they might as well be your providers. And once again, consistency will beat perfection every single day of the week, right? So once again, I know you guys immediately think doctors' referrals, but you're probably not thinking about the path of least resistance, which is your docs, APRNs, therapists, right? The last one is probably the most important one, and it's going to be the one that the least amount of dietitians do. When I tell you this one, it's going to be from a sincere place when I tell you this is literally how I built my business, right? Aside from MD referral sources, from networking in our community, being out in the community, as awkward and weird as it felt in the beginning of my career, was the single most thing that grew my business. So I need you to join one community group, not 10, one. You do not need to overwhelm yourself, but examples might be like local Facebook pages where your ideal client is hanging out. Even though I am not a mom, even though I do not have kids, shockingly, my name is plastered all over the local moms' Facebook pages when somebody is looking for a dietitian, right? So it could be local Facebook pages. It could be community Facebook pages. I live in a teeny tiny town, and I think we have 5 public Facebook pages, and people are always looking for services, whether it be somebody to take them to the airport, somebody to clean their house, do their nails, be a dietitian who is insurance based where the services are covered, right? Other places, Rotary Club, networking groups, local wellness groups, parent groups, women in business groups, right? Any type of community group, the goal is simply for the people in the communities that you want to serve to know the following. You are a dietitian, you accept insurance, and you help people with insert your specialty, or if you don't have a specialty yet, totally cool. Who do you want to help? Those are your people, right? So that is it, okay? We need to stop telling ourselves this narrative that marketing is so hard, right? Marketing insurance-based practice is often about visibility and trust, those two things, right? And I don't even like to use the word marketing because I think it's more like networking, right? People are more likely to reach out when they feel like they know you, right? So many dietitians think that marketing has to be complicated, right? Especially in the beginning, right? You're telling yourself a false narrative, and I am here to call you on your bullshit, right? You simply need to let people know you exist, you accept insurance, and you help people solve real problems, right? Start small, start simple, but start consistently, okay? I know that I sound crazy when I say this, but you guys are letting this piece stop you from accomplishing your dreams, right? You are telling yourself marketing is hard. I don't know anyone. When the reality is like there were to be somebody who does not know anybody, who is an introvert, I know this shocks you, it would be me. But the reality is, I like to be broke less than I like to talk to people, right? Because talking to people is not my favorite thing. But I like to make money. I like to help people and I like to allow them to use their insurance-based benefits. So use me as your inspiration for somebody where this just feels hard and heavy, right? But on the other side of hard and heavy is a really amazing practice where you get to work with really epic people and they get to use their insurance. So if you're somebody who is struggling in this space, right? If you are working on building an insurance-based practice, but you want structure around credentialing, billing, actually getting paid correctly, that's exactly plus marketing what I teach inside your programs. Because the reality for you guys is you do not have to figure out this shit alone, right? If this video was helpful, right? If it's not helpful, I'm going to come find you because I need you to do these three things. They are really important to me. They are really important to you, more important to you than me. But I know why you're not doing your marketing and I know why your business isn't busy. But if you did find this video helpful, please share these three easy peasy tips with a registered dietitian or CNS who you know is overcomplicating their life like a typical dietitian does. And let's get them thinking in the right forward thinking direction. Let's make it simple. And if you guys like this video, every single week, I create really cool videos on topics just like marketing, networking that I see you guys struggle with. So give us your top marketing tip for insurance-based dietitians that you absolutely love, because I think this is an area that so many of you guys struggle with. And if we could pay it forward to anybody and give them some fun tips that get their businesses in the right direction, I know they will be forever grateful for your advice.